So I really believe that we can travel time, and we don't need a DeLorean, we don't need Doc Brown.
Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads.
We don't need a phone booth. Is that Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Like, we don't need that. Like, we can travel time mentally, emotionally, and with our soul, really. So it's actually been proven in meditation and visualization that we can rewire our thoughts. So if we can rewire our thoughts and put them into the future, we can start putting our emotions into the future, start making our body feel like we're in the future as well. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about it when he talks about how when you mentally go somewhere and you mentally rehearse or you visualize or you're kind of soul traveling, whatever you want to call it, your body doesn't know that experience isn't real. Like, you'll feel the emotions, you'll feel the energy, you could feel the pain or the happiness. Like, we can have all those experiences, and we can actually have those experiences now in a meditation, in a visualization, so we can be experiencing the future before it happens. Because the old method was cause and effect. Like, you win, you're a winner. You have success, you feel empowered or you're successful. And what we want to do is we want to rewire that a little bit. So what we want to do is we want to create a map of the future so you can start experiencing those emotions, those thoughts, those feelings before they even manifest. So we can start feeling successful before that experience physically happens in our reality. So we can start feeling empowered before we even get to that point. We can start feeling confident. So if we create that map to the future, we can start feeling these things before they even happen. Thus, we can start embracing our future in our meditation visualization. We can start seeing things, feeling things, acting on things, coming up with ideas, gaining clarity, gaining confidence, all these amazing benefits that can come from this. So we're gonna do this through some proven strategies, proven frameworks, right? So we're gonna use breath work, tons of research around breath work. We're gonna use meditation, we're gonna use visualization, we're gonna use reflection, we're gonna use planning. So all these things put together, like, there's benefits in each of them. You can find all the research on them and all the benefits that they'll give you in your life. And if we can mix these into a 20-minute, 30-minute, an hour, depending on how much time you have, into a time travel meditation practice, like, we can reap all those rewards. So my time travel meditation is a 5-step process. First, what you're gonna do is just lay down. It's different than a lot of meditations, but we're gonna lay down and we're gonna listen to music. That's gonna be step 1. Step 2, we're gonna do controlling or centering breathing. And then step 3 is gonna be transformational breathing. And then we're gonna do some visualizations. And then lastly, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the reflection and the planning, right? So all 5 of these have a lot of power individually. Putting them together in a process, I'm really excited to get you guys started on this. So the first part is, we'll just start with the music. The first part of step 1, music and laying down. Music, I actually have an audio file, I have a YouTube video, I'll put this out there as well so you guys can utilize that. But for me personally, I like the Hue chant or binary beats. Binary beats are great as well. I actually love some different spiritual singers that I'll sometimes use in my meditation. The meditation link I'll send you has my favorite singer. It's got binary beat and it's got the Hue chant in it. But what's great about music is there's actually research that's been done. If you listen to the right music, it can put your brain into different brain waves, right? So in this one, we really want to get into theta, and some of these binary beats can put you into theta. So what theta can do is help unlock creativity, problem solving, focus, and just a positive mindset in general. And from a spiritual sense, theta has often been talked about how it'll interact or engage with the third eye, which then helps us unlock wisdom. So if we can put the right music to it, we can get ourselves in this theta waves, which obviously has a lot of proven benefits to it. The next part is going to be laying down. So I know a lot of meditation, you're sitting up and you're focused on your posture and all that. We actually want to lay down, something called earthing. If you're at home and you're on the ground, you're not quite going to be on the earth, but earthing. And really the idea of this one is we want you to focus on solely going within. We don't want you to have to focus on anything else. Am I posture good? Am I sitting? Just, we want you down, laying down, freedom to move, freedom to kind of wiggle, whatever it is, but we want you really being able to focus within and not really focus on the body too much. So laying down is going to help that. So step 1, the music and laying down. So the first breathing is going to be our centering breathing. It's going to be breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Really deep, controlled, in through the nose, out through the mouth. You're going to do that for about 2-3 minutes or until you feel centered. You kind of remove some distractions, feeling like you're grounded, you're feeling centered, you're feeling clear. And again, that's what this process is supposed to be creating, is before we go into the time travel breathing, which is the transformational, we want to get really centered. We want to get rid of all the junk, the social media, the family stuff, the job, whatever it is, and just really focus on us and go inside with that breathing. And what's cool with this type of breathing is actually been proven to reduce stress, create calmness, create focus, create concentration, like all the different things we're going to need before we go into time travel mode. All right, the next step is going to be where we get pretty intense, and it's going to be our transformational breathing. I suggest 10 minutes. If you do this kind of 3, 10, and the whole process of visualization will end up being in that 30-some minute span. You obviously can go longer if you want to, shorter if you need to, but I believe this 10 minutes is really going to create a buzz, like figuratively and literally you are going to be buzzing from this breath. And what it is the breathing is going to be all mouth breathing, and it's going to be fast-paced, medium to fast-paced, and it's going to be rhythm, right? So it's going to be, see how I'm kind of getting into the rhythm? And if you really want to push it, you can push it out a little bit more. It doesn't even have to be faster, maybe just even a little bit harder, but it's going right? You're going to do that for 10 minutes straight, nonstop. If you have to stop for a second, regather your breath, you're going to keep moving forward. If you start feeling too lightheaded or something like that happens, you can obviously stop. I want you to be safe and comfortable. I've actually done this for 50-minute windows. I've done this for 50 minutes straight, and I can tell you the feeling is exhilarating. It creates this buzz. It opens up your aura. You start tingling a little bit from it. But this is going to be our fuel for the time travel. This thing is going to create a new level of awareness, and it's going to open you up so you can really go within to get to this space where you can make this visualization so empowering. So again, this breath's going to expand our energy, and it's going to allow us to really go within. And 10 minutes of this, I'm telling you, once you hit that visualization, you're going to be buzzing a little bit. You're going to be feeling some things. You might be seeing some things. It really is a powerful type of breath work. So the fourth step is the visualization. This is actually the time travel. So again, when we're going to do this, 10, 20 minutes, I usually do about 20 minutes of this. And when we're doing this, we're going to go back to more of a centered breathing. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. And when you get into this space, as soon as you break off the transformational, you start going more to centered breathing. I want you to actually set the date for where you're going to time travel to. I'm going to go to the end of the day, right? I'm going to go to the end of the week, whatever that might be. Put the date in. See yourself putting it into whatever time machine, whatever little widget you got there, put it in there. And eventually what we're going to do is we're going to travel and do some outcome visualization and some process visualization. Meaning, let's say, for example, I'm going to go to the end of the day. It's morning. I put the date in for 8 p.m. today. I travel there. I go to the outcome. What happened today? How did I feel? What did I experience? What were my wins? Am I celebrating? Who's with me? Like, who am I celebrating with? 3 or 4 people? Am I somewhere? Am I at home? Like, what is happening? See it. Create the images of it. Like, we are the image maker. Let's create the image of what is happening, and then what we experience. And then I want you to use all of your senses. Feel it. Feel the emotion, the happiness, the fear if it's there, like the sadness, and then we can switch it. But whatever it is, like, feel those emotions. Smell if you have to. Like, I want you to, like, just again, make this as real as possible and have that experience. As soon as we do the outcome, then we're going to go through the process. So again, let's say I did the outcome at the end of the day and it's morning. Well, then what got me there? What did I do to have this day that I just experienced, this outcome that I just had? What actions did I take? Who did I talk to? What did I write? What did I read? What did I record? Like, who did I message? How did I show up for those? How did I interact? What challenges happened and how did I overcome them? What changes did I need to make? Right? What was comfortable? What was uncomfortable? Like, go through the process and create the images of them. Have that experience before we actually have that in the physical. There's so much research around visualization and the impact and the value that actually show how it's used, right? And the idea is that when I think something and I'm visualizing it, I'm creating that image, I'm having that experience, it's firing the same wires in my brain that would happen if I actually physically did it. So, right, when we physically do it, our brain is engaging. Like, what are my hands doing? How am I moving? What am I saying? When you just do the imagery of it, the visualization, it's the same wiring, the same thing's firing. So in essence, you can have the experience without physically doing it. And so what happens from that is you get to practice twice. You get a do-over almost. You get to have that experience before it actually happens. So in the essence of our time travel, imagine going to the end of the day, having the outcome, going through, doing all this stuff. Your brain's firing just like it would be if you actually physically did it. So you actually get to live your day, experience your day ahead of time, and then see how you reacted, see how you responded, feel things. And then what ends up happening when we get done, we'll go to the last part, you'll actually put that into play. Right, but there was a really cool study that was done. I believe it was a Russian downhill skiing team. And what they did is they took the skiers and they put them into 3 categories. One that did physical exercise, physical training, one that did just visualization, and another that did physical and visualization. I'm not sure how they tested, if it was speed or what it was, but at the end of the study, the people that did it mentally and physically had the most growth. Makes sense. But then you had the people that did it physically, and you had the people that just did it mentally, right, who just did the visualization. The people that just did the visualization had more growth than the people that did physical training. So imagine that people were practicing, but the people that just did the mental rehearsal and the visualization had more improvement. Like, and there's tons of studies that showcase this. There's tons of studies that showcase that when you go into that space, you can actually experience these things. Your body doesn't know that it's not, physically, your body doesn't know it's not real because your mind's firing. And we can travel, have these experiences, learn, grow, experience it, make decisions, and then eventually come back to the now and the reality. And there's other research that just talks about, in general, with visualization, that improves concentration, improves confidence, motor performance, it primes the brain for success, and it increases your state of flow. And then last, the 5th step, as soon as I get done with this, I go straight into reflection and planning. Whatever's gonna be best for you, whether you wanna get up and journal. What were the breakthroughs? What did you have? What did you experience? What did you learn? Like, what happened during that you really wanna pin down? An idea that came, boom, I wanna put it down, right? You can journal it. Or you can go straight to your planner. Start scheduling things in. Like, I need to call this person. I'm gonna call this person at 12. Plan your meetings, plan how you wanna show up for those meetings. Like, put it into your calendar. So I don't care which method you do. Maybe you wanna do both. There's times I've got out and I've journaled and then I've went to plan. There's other times I've got up and I've started whiteboarding stuff out. There's other times I got up and I just put my phone and I texted someone, hey, let's meet here at this time. I really wanna talk to you about, like, just start taking action from the experience you just had, because you legit just traveled to the end of the day, emotionally, mentally, your soul did, and then now we get to come back and we get to execute it, and we're primed, we're ready to take action. Like, in the beginning, let's just try it. But what I see this and envision this in being is every morning you travel to the end of the day. So every morning, boom, you hit this meditation, 20, 30 minutes, you travel to the end of the day, you live the day, you experience it, the outcome, the processes, and then you go execute. Every Sunday, you do the end of the week. So you put the date in for the next Sunday and you do the same thing. What happens at the end of the Sunday? What's my outcome? Then you play through your week. And it's gonna help us with our planning of our week, being ready to take actions. I would love to see this happen where the last day of the month, you go to the end of the next month, you do the exact same thing. Go to the outcome, play your month out. And I even see this going into quarters, like every 3 months, and then January 2nd. I would say the 1st, but some of y'all might not be ready to do this. So January 2nd, you do the year. Go to the next January 2nd or the next January 1st. What's the outcome? What did you do this year, right? So again, we can have these experiences. I think this is gonna be so profound. I'm absolutely loving this thing. I'm so excited that hopefully you guys will start taking part of this. But again, so step 1, music and laying down. So just lay down, get comfortable, and then we're gonna go controlled breathing, right? So in, do that for about 2-3 minutes or until you feel centered, until you feel controlled. And then the next one's gonna be the transformational breathing. That's gonna be the, like, I know it sounds tough, 5-10 minutes. If you wanna go a little bit longer, straight, not stopping. And for me, like, I'll get my body moving sometimes. I'll do this while I'm laying down, my arms going up. There's times I've been, like, whatever you gotta do, like, push yourself through that. Your brain's gonna tell you to stop. Keep going. You're traveling time at that point. You're getting yourself ready. You're going within. You're building this consciousness, so push it. As soon as you get done with that, 10-20 minutes, visualization, outcome process, experience it, use all your senses. Try to create the best snapshot, clearest picture possible. Could be hard at first, but again, we'll practice it. As soon as you get done with that, man, reflection, journal, plan, take some action on it. Whatever you just learned, do something with it. So again, I'm so excited about this. Can't wait to see what you guys do with it, and best of luck.